Hey, happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. We're back for another Thursday, okay? Let me share it real quick on all of my other platforms. If you guys can come in and share it out, I would greatly appreciate it as well. Let me share it out real quick. Give me 1 second. Share. More options. Share to feed. Share it here. Okay, so I shared it on my page. Give me 1 second. I just like to cover my bases when I go live. I want to share it on my personal page and my groups. Like I just want to share, period. So give me a second. Share more options, share groups. Give me 1 second. Share. Okay, let me know if you guys can hear me okay. And let me know you're with me. Comments, let me know you're with me. Okay, I'm sharing it out there. Gonna share it out here. So let's get started. Hi. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Thursday. We are back for another Thursday training. Hi. Okay, I see your comments. Okay. Hi. We're back. We're here. Hello. How are you? Happy Thursday. Hi. Happy Thursday. Hi. 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 Happy Thursday. Hi. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Let me make sure that I shared it on all of my platforms really quickly. Make sure I shared it out. Okay, I shared it. Okay. I'm excited. Happy Thursday. So today I'm gonna talk about the 5 components needed to gain high ticket clients. I get this question a lot, so I just decided to include it for you guys today. If you can share this out with hit the little share button and share it out for me, I would so greatly appreciate it if you can share it out. Sharing is caring, so let's take a moment to share it out so other people can get this information as well. Hi, hey. Where is everybody located? Let me know where you are from. Where are you located? Let me know where you are located. Where are you located? Let me know. I'm in Chicago. Where are you? Where are you in the world? Let me see. Art. Okay, I shared that. South Carolina, New York. Hey, Chicago. Okay, where else? Baltimore. Hey, Baltimore. Hey, Tiffany. Florida, Atlanta. Okay. Houston. Okay, I see Houston over here. Okay. I'm in 2 places. Right? San Diego. My husband want to move to San Diego, and he's never been to San Diego, but he wants to move to San Diego, but he's never been to San Diego. But hey, San Diego. Detroit. Hey, Detroit. Miami. Hey, Miami. So we're going to talk about just how I feel about these high ticket clients, right? Because I know everybody wants them. It's not all that it's cracked up to be, but I'm going to give you the information that you're asking for. Okay, I'm going to give you what you're asking for. Okay. So I appreciate you guys for coming. I'm doing this live series because it is Women History Month, but I also used to just go live every single day for like 4 years straight. And so I'm just kind of easing back into it. It used to be my main money generating activity. And I got a challenge that's coming up. A lot of you, you have good products, you have good services, but you're not circulating it enough to make the type of money that you deserve and that you desire. And so money generating activities is really important. And so we have this challenge that is about to drop. I'm going to start to promote it on Monday. Money generating activity challenge. So I'm going to start to talk about that. What's high ticket? It just totally depends on what you feel high ticket is based on your budget. You know, high ticket to you could be 2,500. High ticket to somebody else could be 30,000. It totally depends on what high ticket is for you. And I get that question a lot too. Like, well, what's high ticket? It's how much you want to charge. It's what you want. It's not a number for high ticket. It's based on what you want for high ticket. But I want to kind of get into what I want to talk about. Okay. So I'm really interactive in my lives. If this is your first time, I hope it's not your last time. But for those who do not know me, my name is Bianca Shelley Robinson. I am a global project manager. I'm in the business of aligning strategic opportunities for my clients that will produce profitable results by working on their business infrastructure. I strongly believe that if you have the right processes in your business, your productivity will increase. And so when processes and productivity meets, profit increases as well. And so here at Kate & K Consultant, the consulting firm that I own, we are revenue diversification experts. I feel like you should make all of the money that you deserve and that you desire, but it should not be hard. It should be really simple. And I feel like we can create 7 streams of income. Most people say people need 7 sources. That's 7 different businesses. You can't even manage one business. How you think you'll manage 7? And so that's incorrect knowledge. You can have one business and that could be diversified into 7 different streams. So I believe that one asset can make 7 different streams of revenue. And so I teach my clients how to work smart and not have to work hard. And that's all by being able to monetize your intellectual property. And so here, I like to monetize your IP. You've done a lot to gain this intellectual property and this knowledge over the years. And instead of you just giving it to people for free, it wasn't free for you. You put a lot of time, energy, effort, and money into it. And so I feel like you should charge accordingly. And so that's the easiest way to scale your business and to grow it effectively. And so here we teach people how to monetize their intellectual property. And so high ticket clients is you monetizing your intellectual property. Like they want to work with you based on the results that they've seen happen. Those results come from your intellectual property. And so I want to talk about this high ticket client thing. I know that you guys think it's like easy, and all you got to do is put a $20,000 price tag on it, and people going to give you the $20,000. I think that's very incorrect. I think these coaches and consultants out here are giving you guys false information about, just take a high ticket client, So I want to talk about that. So if you are ready, put ready in the comments. If you are ready, put ready in the comments on the 5 components needed to gain high ticket clients. I just want to give you my views. I've been a full-time entrepreneur for the past 10 years. So yeah, I work with high ticket. I do this for a living. So I feel like I'm qualified to give you this information. So I want to talk about it. Now, this is just how I feel, right? Somebody else, their feelings could be different. This is the Bianca show. So this is Bianca's feelings, Bianca's trial and error, Bianca's blueprint. Like this the Bianca show. So you can go to somebody else and their reasonings might be different than my reasonings. Okay. So don't be like, oh, such and such said, I don't care what such and such said. This the Bianca show. So you can mix my stuff and such stuff together. But I don't care what such and such told you. Okay. Like this is what we're doing over here. Okay, so the first thing that I am very much so into, and if you're taking notes, great. And so I'm gonna tell you how to take the notes. So 5 components needed to gain a high ticket client, right? Number 1. And I got real notes, okay? And if you do right, I got bonuses too, but it just depends on how the energy goes today, okay? Hope your energy is great because mine is great too. Number 1 is showcasing your value, right? I'm not into begging people to work with me. I'm not sliding your DM. I'm not pressuring you to work with me. I'm very much so into showcasing my value. I feel like it's a privilege to work with me, just like it's a privilege to work with you. So let's exercise our privilege. I'm not begging you to work with me. I'm not sweating you to work with me either. I feel like when a client wants to work with you, they will express that. When a client decides that they want to work with you, they will express that. You don't have to ask them. You don't have to stalk them. You don't have to keep bugging them. When it is ready, right, they will come. However, you have to give them something to showcase the value so that they can come. So the first thing is, how are you showcasing your value every single day? A lot of you don't promote and market yourself. A lot of you have been taught like not to turn up your cocky. That's my other brand that I have, which is Turn Your Cocky Up, which is a lifestyle brand where I feel like we have been taught to shy away from telling people why we're great, why we are amazing, and what we bring to the table. Like it's, oh, be humble, like, oh, don't do that. But I feel like if you don't tell a person, how they supposed to know? if I don't tell you what I bring to the table, and if I don't showcase what I bring to the table, and if I'm not displaying that on a consistent basis, like, how are you supposed to know that? And so I want to make it very clear that you are not important. We are not like, oh my God, I haven't seen her in a while. What is she doing? We're not Googling you. We're not reaching out to you. We're not stalking you to figure it out. We only are searching for the people who is searching for us. So it's the person that is constantly in our face. It's the person that's constantly down our timeline. It's the person that's constantly bringing and showcasing value. So how are you showcasing your value every single day? Like, how are you showcasing your value every single day? So for me, like, how I used to showcase my value was I went live every single day. So going live is a money generating activity. If you go live, it's the easiest way for you to make money. It's the easiest way for you to make money is to go live, because I don't know what questions you're going to ask me on this live. I have no clue. I don't know what questions you're going to ask me, but you're only asking me questions based on what I told you that I know. So you're not asking me how to build a house, because I've never told you that I know how to build a house, right? So if you ask me that question, I will not have an answer, because that is not what I showcase to you that I know. But if you say, hey, I'm trying to work less, make more, I'm trying to get high ticket clients, I'm trying to diversify my intellectual property, I'm trying to get a corporate client, I'm trying to get government contracts, I'm trying to start my coaching and consulting business. Those are questions you're going to ask me because I told you that I know. So if you ask me a question live and it's based on what I told you that I know, if I cannot answer the question, I don't know it. I know AI is really big right now, and a lot of you are using it to build your social media platforms and to build your content. And I think it's great. I think that it's an enhancement. I think that it is an enhancement to what you already do. But a lot of you, that's why I'm going back to my corporate and my government roots, and I'm like really increasing my percentage now. Because if this your first time, I believe in diversifying your business model, right? I believe in working less and making more. I'm into creating lifestyle business models. I can't have a lifestyle business model if 100% of my money comes from me working with you, because it's a service. It's only 24 hours in a day. My income is already capped because I can't work with a lot of people. Even if I hire 100 people, it's still 24 hours in a day, and we only got two hands and one brain. So you cannot scale a service. A lot of you are doing customs. That's something that can't be scaled. You can only take a couple people at a time. And so for me, in order to scale, you have to have something that works while you're not working. You have to have an entire business doesn't scale. It's something in the business that will scale it. An entire business doesn't scale on its own. It's a new product, it's a new service, it's a new experience, like it's a new add-on, like it's something in the business that scales it, not an entire business scales. And so for me, what scaled my business was diversifying my intellectual property. Instead of being 100% service, trading time for money, I reposition my business model where 90% of my money is digital. So I sell courses, classes, trainings. I've taken my intellectual property and I've put them in courses, classes, and trainings. So I can go from serving one to serving many, and my time is not in it. I already did it one time and it's over. So whether you watch it today, next week, or 4 years from now, I already got my money, I already helped you already, and I'm already finished already, right? So 90% of my money comes from digital. 10% is service. Of that 10%, 8% is my government and corporate contracts, and then 2% is small businesses. That 2% that I'm talking about, that's my high ticket. So for me, for high ticket, I cap my income on purpose because I don't want to work with a lot of people. I don't want to work with a lot of different personalities. I'm very clear on the value that I'm going to give. I'm very clear on the client that I want. I take high ticket clients because I want to, not because I have to. So since I want to, I'm very particular on the criteria for us to be a privilege to one another. So I'm not just taking anybody that can pay. And take that off of your criteria if that's a criteria for you. In order for us to work together, you have to pay. In order for a person to be a customer and or client, they have to pay. So take that off of one of the things that's on your list. Like, okay, well, if they can pay, no, like they're going to have to pay for us to have a relationship. So take that off. If you take price off, because they're going to have to pay. We don't do free work. So they're going to have to pay us in order for them to be a customer or client. If you take pay off of the table, then now you can kind of build your criteria. So for me, 2% is my high ticket clients. Whether we work together for 3 months, whether we do a project build out, whether we work together for 6 months, whatever the case might be, I'm very clear on the number of clients that I want, what type of client I want, what we're going to do together when we work together. So I'm not just taking anybody that can pay. Like, so the reason why you're probably struggling is because you're trying to take anybody that can pay. And the caveat to that is, let's be clear, I've been doing this for 10 years. So I'm very particular. If you just starting out and rent is due and you got to pay your damn bills, do what you got to do. Do what you need to do. I've taken many headaches in the beginning, okay? I've taken many headaches in the beginning because the bills was due, okay? You'll figure it out as you go, okay? You went to a job every day that you hated and you figured it out. So it's okay if you take a client that is difficult. You done had a boss that you hated, you done had employees that you've hated, and you've had to figure it out. So don't think now that you're in your business that it's different. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. So I'm just saying, me being in business for 10 years and me diversifying my income means that I don't have to take a client if I do not want to, because I have other things that pay me the money that I deserve and that I desire. It's a privilege for me to work with you. Like, it's a privilege for you to work with me. This is a partnership. So therefore, if you exercising your privilege, but I can't exercise my privilege, it's a problem, and vice versa. And so I think that before you decide to take this high ticket client, you need to be clear on what are you showcasing? Where's the value that you are showcasing? Because we're not sliding into DMs begging people to work with us, and we're not knocking on doors to beg people to work with us. When you showcase value, they come to you. I believe in making you come to me. Even though I want you, I'm gonna make you come over here. Cause I'm not knocking on your door and begging you. I'm gonna make you come to me, even though I might want you to. And how do you do that? These lives, right? This live is a money generating activity. I'm showcasing you my intellectual property. And so I'm just chipping on a little block every day. You might be this much closer to giving me some money. You might be this much closer to coming into one of my programs. You might be this much closer to working with me, right? And so I showcase my value every single day in my lives. I showcase my value in my content. I showcase my value proposition and showcase my value, right, in how I show up, like how I move. So how do you showcase the value so a person can determine if they want to work with you or not? You have to have something. A lot of you like, well, I don't do free work. Well, you don't have shit out here free for me to try you. Like, how can I try you before I have to buy you? How can I try you before I have to buy you? How can I try you before I have to buy you? That's why people have a podcast, right? Their podcast is how they showcase their intellectual property. So you're trying them before you have to buy them, right? They're not knocking on your door. They're just giving you their intellectual property and showcasing their value. And then from there, right, you're making the decision if you want to have a conversation or not. So how do you showcase your value? It could be a podcast, it could be a YouTube channel. And be clear, just because you post a video does not mean that's your morning routine. You're not showcasing me your intellectual property. You just show me how to make up your bed. And I like those videos, but that's not showcasing the intellectual property. That's just like, okay, I know how to make a bed, but that's not prompting me to want to give you some money because you just showed me how to make up a bed. So you have to be clear. Lifestyle content and educational content, right? I believe that you should merge the two because I build lifestyle businesses. And so I have to show you I've put my business in place to live this type of lifestyle. I work 4 hours a day. I don't work with that many clients. I live a lit life, right? And so my lifestyle content shows you that, but that's a sale for me to tell you, stop working hard, work smart. Let me show you how you can make the money that you deserve and that you desire so that you can have this too. But I'm not showing you me making up my bed and I'm like, yeah, click the link in the bio so I can help you grow your business. You made up a bed. I'm not giving you no money because you know how to make up a bed, right? So be clear. A lot of you have lifestyle content, but you don't have educational content for a person that want to give you some money. It's cute. You have really cute aesthetic, but I'm not giving you my money. I'm going to like it. I'm going to share and I'm going to comment on it. But I'm not giving you any of my money because you haven't showed me the value. You show me how to make up a bed. You show me how to make a salad. Now, if you're selling home decor and you are showing me how to make up my bed and how to stage my house and you're using the home decor, yes, that is content that sells. You're showing me how to use it and upselling me to how to sell it. Just because you on vacation living your best life, that's cute. Where's the thing where I'm supposed to pay you for? So a lot of you don't showcase your value, you showcase content. Two totally different things. Showcasing content and showcasing value. Two totally different things, okay? You showcasing me how to make a toddler bed. You showcasing to me how to go grocery shopping. You showcasing to me how you work out. If you ain't no fitness coach and you selling a plan and a meal prep and all of that, that's just lifestyle content. And I do lifestyle content too. So you got to learn how to mix and mingle the two. How are you going to mix and mingle the two? So how are you showcasing value? Your thing could be podcasts, right? Another person's thing could be their reels that they put into place. Another person's content could be long form posts, right? Another person's content could be collaborations. Like another person long form content, it could just be different. But how are you showcasing the value? How are you preparing me to want to give you some money? You on vacation living your best life is not showcasing to me unless you're a travel agent, right? Then it's different. So you have to be clear. The content that you put out should be in the position for you to be able to close. The content that you put out should put you in a position to be able to close. Just like a makeup artist, they do makeup videos all day. That's showcasing their value and their technique because they're trying to upsell you to either book a makeup session with them, come get your makeup done, or they sell products. So they're doing their job in showcasing the value. So a lot of times you guys are cooking and cleaning and all that stuff, but you don't got no cooking products, no household products, no nothing. You just cooking and cleaning and then getting mad because I'm not giving you any money. Two totally different things, okay? So number one is how are you going to showcase your value, okay? And pick it. I believe in diversification on all levels, right? So I'm gonna do a live for the people that want to hear it, right? I'm gonna do a post for the people that want to read it, right? I'm gonna do a live demonstration for those that want to see me in action and how I move. I believe in reasonable accommodations. If it's a reasonable accommodation, I'm willing to do it. A reasonable accommodation for me is I can go live, I can do a story, I can do a video, I can chop up content, I can do an audio. I'm an excellent writer, so I can write it too. So I'm cool with it because that is a reasonable accommodation for me. You have to figure out what's a reasonable accommodation for you to showcase your value. And I know somebody said they're introvert and they're scared to go live. That you not talking back at me. I'm talking to myself. It's like I'm looking in the mirror and talking to myself. So I would feel live would be better because you not talking to me. I'm talking to myself. It just so happens that you're here. But going live is the easiest way for you to make money. It's also the easiest way for you to kind of repurpose your intellectual property and put them in courses, classes, and trainings. But that's not what this training is about. So number one is how are you showcasing the value? If you're ready for number two, put a 2 in the comments. Number one, how will you showcase the value for somebody to want to give you some money? You're not showcasing the value. I don't know that you're worthy of my money. I worked hard for this money. Very hard. So you have to showcase the value for somebody to give you some money. Just because it's in your head doesn't mean that we know. How are you showing up every day and showcasing the value? Okay. Number two is how are you showcasing value from a client's perspective, right? You work with these clients. They said that you're good. They said that you're great. I mean, you said that you're good. You said that you're great. You saying you good and saying that you great is not going to move the bottom line for me. That's just not how I purchase. Because you're not gonna say I'm a horrible business coach or I'm a horrible tax preparer, but I need this money. You're not gonna say that, right? So who is endorsing you? Where is the proof? Where's the proof of all this great work that you said you do? So number one is how are you showing up to showcase your value? But then number two is how are these clients, how did you showcase the value for the clients? Like, what is the client's perspective? What is the client saying, right? Because you're not going to say, I'm a horrible business coach. I'm just really out here just trying to get this money and I'm just practicing you and learning as I go. You're not saying that, right? You're not going to throw yourself under the bus. So you need somebody else from social proof to say that you're good, you're great, you're valuable. So I'm really big on testimonials, video testimonials and written testimonials. I believe that, and I am a living testimony that a testimonial is worth 10 times more than money. A testimonial is worth 10 times more than money. You could take a testimonial and you can use it for the duration of however long you are in business. You can take that one video, that one snapshot, that one screenshot of a client saying like, oh my gosh, she's great, she's amazing, she helped me with that, you can use that and get 10 more clients with that one testimonial. And so I'm really good about documenting my dopeness, right? I'm really good at documenting my transformation from a client perspective. Like everybody that works with me, 99% of the time they seen a video testimonial or a written testimonial, or they seen somebody else that worked with me already. So I don't have to close. I don't have to close because you've already done the research already. It's just a matter now of price, right? It's just a matter now of if she have availability, because you saw your situation and I solved it for somebody else in that testimonial. So for me, I'm really good about capturing those testimonials, and everybody knows that's how I build my business. So we know that is very clear, it's understood. You came here from this. I'm also very upfront about it too. Like, hey, I know that we're working together. I build my business from testimonials. And so I want to make sure that, when we're working together, if I'm able to document this, if I'm able to take screenshots, if I'm able to pull snippets of videos. Like when I work with my private clients, I'm very clear about that because we're working together for a long period of time and we're going to have transformations throughout this. So it's already in my contract already of I need to be able to take some snippets of this. I need to be able to take some videos of this. Also, when we're done, I need a video testimonial and a written testimonial as well. Like it's in my contract already. So it ain't no like surprise that that's what I'm asking for, because that's how I build my business. That's how I built my reputation. And so therefore I'm going to continue to do that. So how is the client showcasing the value of what you did for them? You keep saying you great. You keep saying you're amazing, great. I ain't seen nobody else that work with you. So in my man, you a liar. In my man, that's a lie. Because I ain't seen nobody else say that you were great and that you are amazing. And yeah, your word not good enough for my hard-earned money. So who else can vouch for this? Who else can endorse this? And I know you're like, well, I just got started. I don't have them right. So you need to do free work, or you need to do some discounted work, or you need to just do some work. But you have to have them. Like, that's just like telling me you a dress designer, but you don't have no proof of dresses that you design. That's just like telling me you a stylist, but you don't have no videos of people that use like style. Like just like your resume. Like when you're applying for a job, you need a resume. Like this is your resume. Where else have you worked? Who else have you done this for? What are the results that you've done for other people? Like it's the same thing. Like where's the value at that you've done for somebody else? So you have to be able to showcase the value that you've done for somebody else. In what format should you receive the testimonial? Good question. So the question is, in what format should you receive the testimonial? So for me, I'm never taking a testimonial from you that you just emailed me. Like, okay, Bianca, I think you did a great job, blah, 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 blah. That doesn't work for me. I like them in places where people go to get testimonials. It also helps you with your SEO. So you'll never see on my website, Kelly said Bianca was great. Her program was good. She made a lot of money. And then there's a picture of me. Like, that's not how I operate. I don't even purchase that way. I want to be able to go and ask Kelly on my own. So therefore, I like my testimonials in places where people go to get testimonials. So a Facebook business page, a LinkedIn page, a Better Business Bureau page, a Yelp page. And I believe in diversification on all levels. So I want testimonials in all places. Just like if you're looking for a washer and a dryer, well, your place of choice is Lowe's, but my place of choice might be Menards. Another person's place of choice might be Best Buy, right? But it's the same washer and the dryer. So I believe in diversification as a whole. So I want some testimonials over here. If you think Yelp is where you want to go, and that's where you go get your testimonials, I want some over here in a Better Business Bureau. If you feel like that's where you need to go, if LinkedIn is your platform of choice, I want some testimonials over there. If Google is your choice, I want them over there. So when I am working with a client and I'm doing like classes and trainings, I'm clear, just like this training right now. We're in this training right now. And I can say, hey, it's no replay on this particular training. But if you leave me a testimonial on my Facebook business page and you say what you learned in the training, how this training helps you, and how you plan to implement what you've learned in this training in your business, if you leave that on my Facebook business page, Kate & K Consulting, on that business page, just send me a screenshot and I'll send you the link of this training so that you can watch it for the replay. So I'm very clear about what training, what course, what client is going to build a platform, because you don't want recent testimonials in Google, but I like Better Business Bureau, and you ain't had no testimonials on the Better Business Bureau since 2012. You know what I'm saying? Like it dilutes the brand for me, from my perspective. So I believe in diversification as a whole. So in order for you to stay up on your testimonials and have them fresh, you have to just figure out what you're doing in this season and what platform is going to build it. So like I'm about to do this series, right? In order for this series, once this series is over, I want everybody that's going to give me a testimonial, I want them on my LinkedIn page. Then I'm finished with that. Then I'm doing another training. Okay, the testimonials from that, I want them to go on Google. Boom, I'm finished with that. The next one from there, I might want them to go on Yelp. So I'm very clear on how I diversify my testimonials. But stop letting people give it to you in your inbox. That just stop. That doesn't help your SEOs. You're going to forget about it. You're not going to put it up. Like, it just doesn't work. You've done all this work. You want to have testimonials in places where people can Google. Also, for me, showcasing my value, number 2, people already do their research about me before they even come, right? I've had so many people like, hey, you know, I reached out to the people on your Facebook business page, you know, that left you testimonials, and I asked them about you. All of them said like it was a great experience. It was great. So like, I'm ready to sign up. I want you to do all your research about me before you even come, because I'm not begging you to work with me, right? It ain't like I'm not doing that. So I would rather give you the opportunities for you to be able to do the research on me. And then when we come, we know that this is exactly what we want to do. So I want you to ask. That's why the testimonials are there. Ask them, right? Ask them. Reach out to them. Ask all of them. So for me, that's just how I operate. So number 2, you have to showcase the value. Number 2, you have to showcase the value. Number 2, you have to showcase the value. Limelight style. Hold that question. I'll answer it when I'm finished, because that's a long question. So number 2. How are the clients going to showcase the value, right? So I like testimonials. I like written testimonials. I also ask for video testimonials. Video testimonials, I put them on my YouTube, right? So how the process, so put bonus in the comments. I'll give you this bonus. If you put bonus in the comments, I'm feeling nice, so I'll give you this bonus. Put it in the comments. Hey, y'all, on here. I don't want y'all to think I forgot about y'all over here on my LinkedIn and on my Facebook and, you know, on my LinkedIn. Hey, y'all. Hey, let's put bonus in the comments. So for me, my process is every time I'm done, I have SOPs, right? I have standard operating procedures. Like, I'm very much so, we are an operational management firm. So my operations and how I work with a client and my workflow is immaculate, right? Because I do this for a living. So when I'm working with a client, or let's just say we're done working with a client and then we do our offboarding, I've already asked for a video and a written testimonial already. I know the time I'm going to get it. I know the emails that's set up to, if I didn't get it, I'm going to keep dripping it until I'm able to get it. So once you finally send me the video testimonial, right, I'm going to, my team, they're going, as soon as it comes in, we're going to download it and then we're going to put it on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel isn't like for me to like be a YouTuber. Like, it's a digital footprint. Since YouTube is one of the highest search engine optimization platforms, I use it for like Google purposes. So when you give me a video testimonial, we're automatically going to upload it to our YouTube channel, make a cover for it, and then I add that inside of my email sequences. So every Thursday, for 200 Thursdays, every Thursday, my email list gets a video testimonial of clients that I work with. So if you give me a video testimonial today, and I already got 200 emails already scheduled for the next 200 Thursdays, you're going to be 201. So once I get the video testimonial, then we just add it to our sequence. So it's just there, because I'm going to use it. You might not be featured this month or this week or this year, but you're going to be, somebody's going to see that testimonial. So for me, I'm going to add it to my YouTube channel, and then I'm going to put you in an email sequence, and then I'm done with it. Another thing that we do is, once you give me and this is number 3, right? So number 1 was, how do you showcase value? How do you show up? So that's in your content. Like, how do you produce this content? It could be podcast, it could be blog, it could be long form email, it could be whatever. Like, how do you show up and showcase value? Because we're not begging people to work with us. We want to showcase value, right? You want them to come to you, and they're going to come to you based on the content and how you position yourself as a thought leader in the marketplace. So I got that. Number 2 is, how do the clients showcase the value that you gave them? Well, you have to ask them a video testimonial or written testimonial. You have to already have that in place. Number 3 is a business portfolio. You need a portfolio. You need a portfolio of your work. So in my business portfolio, even though you didn't pay for this, I'll just give you a little bit, not all. In my business portfolio, I want to do case studies. So once you give me a video testimonial, we then write the case study. And you could Google what a case study is I'm not doing case study 101. You can Google it. But once you give me the video testimonial, or a written one, your testimonial is based on your perspective what I did. A case study is based on our perspective what we did. So I'm gonna take what you said I did, and then I'm gonna give the strategic analysis and how we got to plan A to plan B. Like you might say, I work with her and she helped me with my course, and I was able to make $30,000 in 2 days. Like, oh my gosh, she's great. I'm going to say the treatment that I put in place, what systems we put into place, what was the framework that we had to build, like what was the hours we put in it. Like, I'm going to now take what you said and elaborate that, because you don't know my process. Like, and that's not important, nor is it your business of the process. You just want it done. The process on how I get it there doesn't matter. But in the case study, I'm able to talk about my process of I did this, I did this, I did that, we did this, from there we was able to do that. So I'm going to make a case study, then I'm going to make a white paper. You can Google it. I'm going to make a white paper. So inside of my business portfolio is case studies, white papers, video testimonials, written testimonials, and then my business snapshot. So my business snapshot is like my resume. I'm into government procurement. So we have to do like a capability statement and like a business snapshot. So I just implemented what I do to get my corporate and my government clients. Is just how I work with small businesses. It's just my operations on just how I work. Like, it's not like, oh, for small businesses they get this, but corporations and government get this. Everybody get the same thing. It's just my marketing tactic and just the way I operate as a whole. So I'm not giving you one thing and giving them another thing. Everybody gets the same thing. So you need a business portfolio. You need to be able to showcase your work and showcase your value. Well, where is it? It's in the portfolio. So you need to make you a portfolio. And it can have your degrees in it if you want to. It can have your, certifications in it if you want to. It's like a really, like, for me, our portfolio is probably like 200 pages long, because we just keep adding to it. It's all of our case studies, all of our white papers, all of our testimonials, all of the stuff that we do. And so we just keep adding to it. And so it's just a link. So I would say build out a portfolio, because the client that you're pitching to, that could be one of your value propositions. The value proposition is, if I want to work with Bianca and I want to work with Brittany, their pricing is the same. How they operate is the same. What's going to put Bianca over the hump to now want me, for me to work with Bianca over working with Brittany? We don't really know what the value proposition is, right? It's in the eyes of the consumer. So, like, we don't really know what value proposition they're looking for. Like, for example, I just left from out of town, right? And so when I go out of town, a certain type of hotel is just a certain type of hotel. Like, I'm not staying in anything that's not 5-star. So it just eliminates everything else. So it's a 5-star and it's a 5-star. So we're already on the same page already. What's going to make me go to this hotel over this hotel? They already have the same criteria. The price is the same. Well, my value proposition, it has to be what's important to me right now. Maybe it's close to the location that I want to go to. Maybe they have an airport shuttle, right? Maybe their bar is open late. And so I'm gonna have a lot of work that I need to do. So I need food that I'm gonna be able to get late. Maybe they have a nice spa, or maybe they have a nice gym, or maybe they have like better amenities, right? It depends on what I need in that trip that's going to determine if I go with this hotel or not. But the fact that they're on the same level, that's a given. They both 5-stars. They already in the same boat. But you don't know the value proposition that I needed to make me pick your hotel. Like, you don't know. Like, it was between this person and this person. Like, you don't know. I picked you because you got an airport shuttle and it starts running at 4 a.m. and my flight is at 6 a.m. And so therefore, that's why I picked it, because I got an early flight. You got an airport shuttle. I don't have to figure out scheduling an Uber or anything like that. I can just go to the hotel, get in there. It's a 10-minute drive. I'm there. Right? But they don't know that's why I chose the hotel. So the value proposition is in the eyes of the consumer. Like, we don't know. We don't know. One of your value propositions might be, you know, one of them that I use, and you can steal this one. I do a lot of international business. So one of my things in my value proposition is I'm already operating on 8 different time zones. So you being the 9th different time zone, I'm already accustomed to it, right? I'm already accustomed to working on different time zones already. Because when you're working with these different clients and you guys say that you want bigger clients, you want corporate clients, you want government clients, you want international clients, if it's 2 a.m. my time, but it's 2 p.m. their time, I need to be up at 2 a.m. like it's 2 p.m. my time. I can't be rolling out of bed and not dressed and not prepared, right? Because they don't care that it's 2 a.m. your time. You're on 2 p.m. their time. So that's one of my like main value propositions is that I operate already on 8 different time zones already. Your 9th time zone is nothing to me because I've already been doing this already. So we don't know what value proposition makes us go with the person or makes a client go with us. But one of your value propositions shouldn't be that we can talk you down on your price. The price is the price. So if you're trying to get a client, don't change your price to get a client. I'm within reasonable accommodations. So I'm running a program right now. I got 6 different people in 6 different countries. The price is the price. However, a reasonable accommodation is when I'm doing the training at 6, it's 3 a.m. your time. So a value proposition could be I have office hours. I'm willing one day a week to get on the office hours based on your time schedule, one day a week. So if you have questions, comments, and concerns while you're going through it, I'm willing to be on your time zone one day a week for 30 minutes, right? That's a reasonable accommodation. My price is my price. However, a reasonable accommodation could be I will open up my schedule to go over your questions, comments, and concerns one day, 30 minutes during your time zone, right? So that's one of the things. Like you have to be clear on what your value proposition is. This is not the training, but a lot of you don't have good value propositions. You don't have good core competencies. You're not clear on who your ideal client is versus target market. You just don't know. But you're trying to get these high ticket clients, but your basics isn't covered. But we do this like in our strategic planning. And if you work with us, like we do this, right? But you need a business portfolio. I make my business portfolio in Canva. So it starts in the Google Doc. Somebody asked it, like, where do you make your business portfolio? It's just a Canva document. I'm just steady uploading it in a Canva document. And then when I'm reaching out to clients, I just give them the view only link. But you could just keep adding them onto it. It's really easy. You just plug all the information to Canva, make you a nice little cute little template, plug it all into Canva, and that's it. So our business portfolio we make on Canva. Okay, so that's number 3. Number 1, showcase your value consistently. How do you showcase the value? Number 2 is how do your clients showcase your value? Number 3, you have to have a business portfolio. You just can't be telling me like, oh, I can help you do this, this, and this. Okay, well, who else have you done it for? Where are the receipts? Where are the results? Where can I go see that? And I know a lot of you are just starting out, right? You have to get them. Whether you do free work, discounted work, collaborate with somebody, you have to get them. However you get them is however you get them. But you need to get them. Because you trying to charge me all of this money, but you don't have no proven track record, no receipts, no results, no anything. It's a no for me. So a lot of you are out here blind, like, oh yeah, I can help you do this, but you don't have no proven results on what you've done. And if I'm the guinea pig, let me know that. Like, hey, I just got to talk to a lady. She wants to add bookkeeping into her flow. She does tax planning, but she wants to now add bookkeeping into her flow. She haven't done bookkeeping in years, but she used to do it for her father's bar. Okay, who's the niche? She like, I just want to do like bars, like, so you want to do hospitality, right? Okay, so you need to go to some bars. 9 out of 10 businesses that you walk into, their back of house is not in order. Bookkeeping was my first business. I hate doing it, but I'm absolutely really good at it. But 9 out of 10 businesses, bookkeeping was her lane, and it is her lane. Walking to the bars, offer them 10 free hours of bookkeeping in exchange. You want a video testimonial, written testimonial, and you want them to refer you to 5 of your colleagues. Like, if they say yes, type up a contract, have them sign it, do the work. You only did 10 hours. They need a lot of hours. So from those 10 hours, then you just upsell them to, okay, I did this. You want me to continue? This how much it's going to cost. Like, but you have to do the work. So whether it's free work, whether it's discounted work, whether it's collaborative work, whatever the case might be, you have to have the receipts. So however you deem to get them. But also have a cap. Like, you're not just doing free work to just do free work. And I think a lot of you do that. Like, oh, I'm just gonna do it. No, you need to do it, document it. You can't sell what you didn't document. You can't sell what you don't have proof of. So yeah, you did it, but I need something to document this. So the deal is in the details, right? The deal is in the details. So you have to be clear. Don't just be excited. Because remember, it's a privilege to work with you. Just like it's a privilege to work with them, it's a privilege to work with you. Exercise your privilege. Because the client, they're definitely going to turn their cocky up and exercise their privilege. So therefore, make sure y'all on the same page. You dope, but I'm dope too. You good? I'm good too. Let's exercise our privilege together. A lot of you don't exercise your privilege, and you got these people over here exercising their privilege, but you're not exercising yours. But when you work with high ticket clients, y'all both in the same, like y'all both make money, like y'all both deal in these like arenas. So the energy is the same. When you work with high ticket clients, they already have money already, right? You're adding value to what they already have. Number 4. Okay, let's go into number 4 because that's really my number 5. So let's go into number 4. You have to have a good onboarding and offboarding process. If a person is about to pay you this money, they want to know the process and how we're going to work. They want to know from here to here to here. So your onboarding and your offboarding process needs to be good. Don't do all this work to get this money from the client and now you've dropped the ball. A lot of you have mediocre service. Like, you promised the sun, the moon, and the stars, and now you didn't get with the client, and now it's mediocre. That's why y'all get bad testimonials, bad press, bad results, because you done said all this good stuff to get me in a room. Now I'm in a room, and then the ball dropped. So you have to have a good onboarding and offboarding process. My 90% of that is already automated for me already, because I'm not about to put my time, energy, and effort into nurturing you, but I need to nurture you. So I'm all about automation with human components. You can absolutely automate your onboarding and offboarding process, but add human components into it. But I'm not about to spend my time marketing, promoting, selling, making you happy, get you in the door, collecting the payment, showing up for the meetings, making sure I'm sending out weekly emails, nurturing you, bringing you along the way. Like, it's a system that does that. So we automate our onboarding and offboarding process, like 90% of it. So have a good onboarding and a good offboarding process. The money, your onboarding process should be good, but your offboarding process should be excellent. Because however good you offboard sets you up for the next upsell, right? Like, okay, we worked on this, we finished, let's work on the next thing. 82% of my clientele is repeat clientele. I have a really good onboarding and a really good offboarding. So I'm good at onboarding, but I'm great at offboarding, right? So you have to figure out what's your onboarding and your offboarding process to get these clients, okay? Like, you can't be figuring out as you go. A client know when you just practicing on them. A client know when your shit really ain't together and you just winging it and making it up as you go. We know. So prepare it already. If you prepare for the money will come. So just prepare for it, okay? So that's number 4. If you're ready for number 5, put 5 in the comments. I'm making really good time. Got 12 minutes left. If you're ready for number 5, put 5 in the comments. So I'll recap really quickly. Number 1 is showcase your value. How are you going to show up? And make it consistent. Like, don't do a podcast. If you're doing a podcast, you do a podcast every 6 months. Like, make it consistent, right? It has to be consistent. How do you showcase value? It should be consistent. Because I've already told somebody, like, oh my God, like, she do lives every single day. You got to come to the live. You ain't did a live in 5 months. Yeah, it ain't gonna work, right? So showcase your value. How are you showcasing that? It could be in your lives, it could be in your weekly trainings, it could be in your social media posts, right? It could be in your email marketing. Like, how do you showcase the value? We're not begging people to work with us. I will showcase my value every day, but I'm not begging you to work with me. But I believe in showcasing value, because how you gonna know what you're paying for if I don't show you? So number 2 is, how does the client showcase the value? You've been working with this client. You ain't got no videos, no testimonials, no nothing. And stop being, I'm so busy working with the client that I ain't get it. Right. That's why we work with the client, so we can get it. Like, Take money out of it. They've already paid you already, right? You already got the money already. You need to get what you're going to get so you can make some more money. Like, they already was sold already. You need to have something now for you to get some more money. So that needs to be a testimonial. And a lot of you, like, I work with a client for a long period of time, right? For us, I break out my stuff in phase. So phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4, however, I'm breaking down in phases. In each phase, I'm going to get a testimonial. In each phase. I'm going to get a testimonial. So if you work with a client for 6 months, like, dang, I worked with them for 6 months. Like, I ain't get no testimonial because we worked together for so long. Right. You did that backwards. You should have broke that up into phases. And once this phase was completed, then you should have got the testimonial there. You can also get your testimonials in the middle too. But that's not why I teach you that, because that's a paid service. That ain't why I teach you this. But I'm just saying you could get those. Okay. Number 3, you want a business portfolio. You need a portfolio to showcase your work. Just like when you're applying for a job, you got to show them your resume on what you've already done. The same thing. You need to showcase the value of what you already done. So you need a business portfolio, okay? A portfolio. For my portfolio, I work with those in professional services. And so my portfolio might be different from you and your portfolio, what you putting into it, okay? But for me, I like case studies, white papers. I put my video testimonials in it. I put screenshots of other testimonials in it. I put analysis inside of it. I put a lot of stuff in there, okay? A lot. Because I'm showcasing value. I'm not begging you to work with me, but I got all of this in here, okay? I got all of this in here. I know they make fake pages every day. Just block them all, okay? If I ain't told y'all I did another page, I get messages every day about these fake pages. They make them every single day. Just block them. I promise you, none of those are me, okay? Block all of the fake pages, okay? I get those messages every day. Okay, number 4, onboarding and offboarding. You got to have a good onboarding, but you need a great offboarding, okay? And then number 5, I think a lot of you don't have this, which is why it's just messed up for you. You need a clear and concise plan for the transformation. It needs to be a clear and concise plan for the transformation. I'm not giving you this money just for you to figure it out as you go. It needs to be a clear and concise plan. It needs to be a niche specific plan too. Like, hey, like if I was a fitness instructor, right? My thing might be I want to help brides, lose 2 dress sizes in 60 days, right? That's my clear and concise. I work with, even though I'm a fitness instructor, in this season, I'm working with brides and I'm helping brides to be able to fit in their dress 2 dress sizes in 60 days. Very clear, very concise. So the plan that I give you is for you to be able to put the process in motion so that you can lose 2 dress sizes to fit within 60 days. Whether it works for you or not is totally up to you. It's my job to give you the plan and give you the blueprint. I might tell you don't eat this, this, and this, and at 3 o'clock in the morning, you eat everything but what I told you to eat. I might say do this exercise and this exercise. You might say, I don't want to do none of that. I want to do this. Cool. It's my job to give you the plan and to give you the roadmap. If I tell you directions on how to get to my house and you went to every other direction but what I said, that's not my fault. I gave you a roadmap. I told you what to do. You decided that you want to substitute and deviate from the plan. That's on you. But I am paid to give you a plan, to give you a roadmap, to show you how this can happen. Whether it happens for you or not, that's not what I'm guaranteeing. I'm guaranteeing my blueprint. I'm guaranteeing this roadmap. And as you've seen for all these other clients, it worked for them. But if you decide that you want to do step 1, 4, and 10 instead of doing 1 through 10 like I told you, that's you. That's not on me. And so I think a lot of times you guys don't have a clear and concise roadmap. And so since you don't have a clear and concise roadmap, the client like, okay, well, I did it, but I didn't get the results. Right. But you didn't do this, this, and this either. You didn't do none of the stuff that I said either. So how are you expecting results from work you did not do? You also only been doing this for 3 days. This client did this for 6 months. Like, so you have to be able to have those KPIs, which is key performance indicators, in place to let the client know, like, this what we gonna do. These are the results that we striving for. Based on what you have, it's not gonna happen for you like that. It's like 6 phases that can get you to here, right? So we can do this, and I think it'll be able to happen with this. But if you're trying to get those results, those 4 years of results, you can work with me and we could probably get it in 2 years. But you're not gonna be able to get my results of me putting in this work for 10 years in 2 months, right? But a lot of you are selling these people these hopes and these dreams, and so therefore your reputation is piss poor because you told this person, if you do this, this, and this, you'll be able to make $100,000 in 2 days. They haven't even made $100. So how you thought they was gonna make $100,000? But however, clients are looking for it, right? They are vulnerable. They're looking for it. They got unrealistic expectations and so forth. You just showcase the value of how these unrealistic expectations, you're the person for the job. Just like you trying to lose weight to fit in your wedding dress, and I'm telling you, you can lose 40 pounds in a week. Those unrealistic expectations, but I'm delusional and you delusional, so we working together. But the client paid you for those delusional results. So that's you now that has bad press, bad publicity, and now it's on you. Even though they were delusional, you met their delusion. That ain't what you do. You are an expert. You are the best in your industry. You are a thought leader. You are the go-to person. They're coming to you for your expertise. If you could do it on your own, do it on your own. If you could do it on your own, do it on your own. But if you want my help, this is the flow on how it's going to work. So I think a lot of you don't have clear and concise plans because you're customizing it based on what the client needs. Okay, you want to lose 30 pounds in a week? I can help you with that. You want to lose 100 pounds in 2 months? I can help you with that. Like, no, that's unrealistic. So if you're looking for something, I'm not a magician nor Jesus. So if you're looking for that, I think that you need to pray and you need to go to magician school so that can work out for you. But over here, I don't have no secret potions. I got facts, form, figures, and processes and hard work. So if that's what you're looking for, you're going to have to go to somebody else. You're going to have to get somebody else to do it because that's not what I do. That's not how I operate. So I think a lot of times you guys let the money trump your judgment when it's going to be your reputation. They ain't going to get the results. They ain't going to do no work. And that's going to be your reputation because they're going to say, oh my God, I paid her to do it and she didn't even do it. Right, because you was delusional and they was delusional and y'all delusion met. So there's that. Okay. So that's number 5. You got to have a clear and concise plan for the transformation. And high ticket means you're tailoring it to the client. High ticket means it's tailored. High ticket means it's custom work. Custom work take a lot of time. Take a lot of time, energy, effort, and resources. That's why for me, for custom, I'm only taking 2%. Remember, 90% of my money comes from courses, classes, and trainings. 10% comes from service. Of that 10%, 8% is my government and corporate contracts. And then 2% is small businesses. So I'm only taking 2%. And most of the time, my 2% want to keep going. So even though our contract might be 6 weeks, I've built it out to where I need to work with you for 5 sets of 6 weeks. So once I finish with this, I'm like, hey, we working on this? Yes. Okay, re-sign this contract, pay this invoice, boom, move. So a lot of my clients, they stay with me through all of the phases. So I don't be having a lot of room, right? On purpose. Because I feel like if I work with you the first time and we do a good job, we can just keep this train going and I don't have to find no new people. That's why 82% of my clientele is repeat clientele because I want to continue to work this train. If you do it the right way, you'll be able to build you a long-lasting client with an amazing pipeline. Okay? So I got some bonuses. So if you want bonuses, put it in here. I feel like y'all did good today. I feel like the engagement was all right. It wasn't as great as it normally is. So I need y'all to work on your engagement. I need you to work on your engagement for next Thursday, okay? Because it was not as great as it should be, as it normally is. But I'm gonna give you these bonuses. Next week we need better energy, okay? Next week you need to come with better energy. This week it was a little mediocre. But next week I need you to come with your A game, okay? I need you to invite 2 friends and I need you to like, comment, and share. But next week I need your energy to be a little bit better because this week it was a little dusty, okay? I know you was listening. Okay, so let me get through these bonuses and then I want you to go back to put your question. So maybe you put a question in, okay? I didn't see it. So just go back and add your question again, okay? Okay, let's do it. A bonus. You need an offer, okay? You need an offer. A lot of you do business wrong, okay? Right. I know you got a lot of excuses. It's okay. I didn't bring excuses today. I brought my A game. I have really good notes, okay? So Prepare for me like I prepare for you. That's all I'm asking. It's a privilege to work with you, but it's a privilege for me to be here. Okay, so let's exercise our privilege. Okay, so you need an offer. Stop just coming up with shit. Like y'all just come up with stuff. Like, okay, the client got 10,000. I'm gonna give it to you for 10,000. The client got 40,000. I'm gonna come up with something for 40,000. That's not right. You operate in integrity, okay? Like the price is the price. I'm not saying like, oh, you got $50,000, so let me figure out how to get this $50,000 from you. You want to operate in integrity, okay? Don't be out here just taking people money because you can. Yeah, I was giving Dusty energy. I didn't call you Dusty. I said the energy was Dusty. See, it's a difference. I feel like you were great, but you were just giving me Dusty energy. And that's not, we're better than we're better than that, okay? So you got to have an offer, okay? In order to sell high ticket, you need a high ticket offer. I don't know how you think $100,000 gonna fall from the sky from a client, but you don't have $100,000 offer. No, how you think $20,000 from a client supposed to land in your bank account when you don't have a $20,000 offer? You need offers, okay? You need an offer. Work on the offer. The money is in the offer. Like I'm doing sessions this weekend. So if you guys want to, I got 2 sessions left this weekend for you to work with me this weekend. I only do sessions twice a month. I do them on Sundays. I do 2 Sundays a month where we do one-on-one sessions. I don't trade time for money and I don't do one-on-one sessions, but I do them on Sundays, but it's kind of capped. So just send me a message and then we can talk about it and see if I got spots for you for this one-on-one session. Okay. Number 2, you need to build conversation in relationships versus selling. You need to build conversation in relationships versus selling. Okay. Build the conversation. One of the things that we do is, and I'll just let you in on my secret, every month we follow 20 new pages of people that I want to work with, that I want to engage with, I want to collaborate with them, whatever the case might be. We follow 20 new pages a month. In these 20 pages, we're commenting, we're engaging. I'm showcasing my intellectual property. I'm not just saying, oh my God, I love this post. I'm saying, oh my God, I love this post. And based on me being in the industry for the past 10 years, helping people to monetize their intellectual property, I see this a lot in the industry, right? I am showcasing my intellectual property on these 10 pages. Their followers are going to see it and then they're going to follow me. Also, the person who page it is, since I'm a frequent shower upper, they see how I operate. They see how I move. They like my content. They look for me when I'm not commenting. Like, oh my God, are you okay? Like people that got millions of followers, like they'll message me like, you good? Like, I didn't see you comment on my post this week. Like, are you okay? What's going on? I don't know these people. They don't know me. But we comment and engage on their content every single day. So we've developed a relationship that's not a relationship, right? So they're checking for me. Even though I want them, I'm going to make them want me, okay? Even though I want them, I'm going to make them want me. So we're commenting, we're engaging, and I'm not doing that. I have a team. So I know you like, I'm not commenting and I'm not engaging. That it's a money generating activity, but it's a money generating activity that I don't do. I used to do it, but I have a team. So they're commenting, they're engaging, all of that. Cause I know I'm gonna ask. Cause you're gonna say, oh my God, you've been giving so much value. Like, I would love to work with you. Great. I got this training coming up, so I want to know if we can partner. I got this idea and I want to know, can I talk to you about this idea? I'm showcasing value. I'm building relationships. I'm cultivating a community. I'm not just selling, even though I see that they are mutually beneficial to me. I have to show them that I'm mutually beneficial to them. I have to show them that thank you for buying a badge. I have to show them that I'm mutually beneficial to them, okay? So I build conversations and relationships. I'm not selling, okay? Number 3, another bonus. Number 3, the price has to be worth the pain point, okay? Like the price has to be worth the pain point. A lot of you like, I want to help you to build your website and it's $40,000. Huh? What a pain point at. But if you say, hey, I want to help, I can build your website in 24 hours. That's a pain point and that's a different type of client. Maybe I got I just got interviewed on somebody's podcast and they podcast is like a national, international podcast and it's about to go viral. And I don't have anything set up for when these people is about to come. So yeah, I need you to build me a website in 24 hours and I'm willing to pay for it, right? The pain point has to match the price tag. Your tooth been hurting for a long time, but it ain't really that bad. But oh, it's been keeping you up at night and you can't think straight and you can't operate. It don't matter what the dentist say, you're gonna pay the price. Because now he got to get out of his bed. You got to now get in front of all his other clients. The price has to match the pain point. Just like today, if I'm like, oh man, I got to go to a wedding, like I know I ain't on the schedule, can you fit me in, please? It's a fit in fee. It's an emergency fee. It's a different fee. So the price has to match the pain point. A lot of your price don't match the pain point. I ain't in pain. You charging these pain ass prices. I'm not in pain. So that's why you don't close, right? It's just like these highest prices, like, I don't want to do it. So your price doesn't match the pain point. But if the price match the pain point, like your nail tech, and you decide, your man say we're going to the Dubai in the morning time, and your nails look a mess, and he just told you that at 8 o'clock at night, you're gonna call your nail tech and say, oh my God, can you please do my nails? Like, I know the shop is closed. I know I don't have no appointment. I give you an extra $300, please, just for doing my nails, please, because I'm about to go to Dubai with my man, and I really need my nails done. I can't be outside looking like this. I'm gonna give you an extra $300. The price match the pain point. But I know what the emergency fee was, right? Let your clients know what the emergency fee is. If you about to meet with a client, you need me to look at this, and you 3-hour notice. Okay, well, it's the price. You need me to sit in. You finally got the meeting that you've been working to get, and you finally got the meeting. You want me to sit in on your meeting? You just told me an hour ago. It's a fee for that. I do emergency all day. But that's your emergency. That's not mine. So I'll help you and I'll do it. It's a fee for that, though, right? A lot of you are not, but that's because you're not confident, right? You're not confident enough. You don't think you're worthy enough to be able to say, hey, I can help you with that. They see value in you. That's why they're asking you. So see the value back and charge accordingly. So the price point has to match the pain point. Number 4, you might need to do a rebrand. A lot of you need to rebrand. Like, a lot of you need to rebrand, right? A lot of you, your marketing doesn't support it. Your lingo doesn't support it. Your graphics don't support it. Your aesthetics don't support it. We like pretty, right? I know, because I hate it too. Like, oh my God, like I'm good at what I have a very masculine brand. I operate in masculine energy. I own an operational management firm. I'm talking about money, processes, and productivity. It's nothing feminine about this brand, right? So I operate in masculine energy. This the price, this what it is, this what I said, it's no wavering, right? I know that already. I just transformed into adding femininity into my brand, because if you follow me years ago, it was just screenshots and testimonials. That's it. I know my stuff. I know what I'm doing. Give me my money. I know my stuff. I know what I'm doing. Give me my money. It was a testimonial video. Testimonial video. Oh, hey, I'm Bianca. I'm the person behind the brand. Oh, testimonial video. And so I built my brand off of that, because it's a lot of cute brands with shit with sugar on top, and they don't know what they're doing, but it looked cute, but they don't know what they're doing. So I strayed very far away from that. So I didn't want no pretty colors. I didn't want no pretty graphics. I didn't want to be this girl that's on vacation with pretty clothes. I didn't want that. I wanted you to know that I knew what I was doing. So therefore, my branding was different. It was very much so masculine. This the information, this what you need to buy. This the information, this what you need to buy. It just kind of transformed into lifestyle, like me mixing my lifestyle and also my receipts. It just kind of came into that maybe 2022. Maybe like right before COVID. Like, it was like, okay, like I could add some personality into this. I live a lit life. I can show them this. I really do this work. I can give them a little bit that, but it just started to that, right? So I made a lot of my money from screenshots and testimonials. It wasn't no pretty website. It wasn't no real pretty logo. It wasn't no pretty nothing. It was very much so this what it is. You want it or not. And I made my money from there, like a lot of money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, from that. But you might need to rebrand. Your messaging might be off. And so we can work with that. Like, we do strategic plans all the time. We do 4 hours, 8 hours, where we really work with that. We're building the mission and the vision and the purpose and the ideal client and the target market, the core competencies, like all of that. So we build these plans, but you might need to just rebrand, because maybe people got you messed up because you messed up too. Maybe you wasn't this person when you started. Maybe your cocky is a little bit different and your results is a little bit different now, but people playing with you, but you playing with you too. So therefore, you need to just reintroduce yourself. Like, this what I do, this how I operate, this what I bring to the table, this how it's gonna be, and this what it is. So maybe you need to rebrand, right? And I think a lot of times you guys don't do that. Like, you might need to rebrand, okay? Then this is the last one, okay? And this is the last one. Are you here? Y'all giving adult energy. Are you here? Are you here? Are we together? Are we together today? How are you? Hi, I'm Bianca. Are you here today? Where are you? I know y'all taking notes, but I need you to say something. So I don't know I'm by myself. Because, I talk to myself all the time, but I could just keep my intellectual property to myself. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hi. Okay, so number 5. And so this gonna sound bad, right? And I'm a straight shooter. You have to figure out, not dust it off. One thing you have to be clear of, you have to figure out, are you worthy and deserving of the price? I know you think you worthy and deserving, but what you think and what I think is two totally different things. I know you the best person and you the apple with an eye for your mama, right? But what I think is important, because I pay you, you don't pay you. And so I know a lot of times you guys feel like, I don't have to do this, they should know, I don't have to showcase my value. If you don't know what I bring to the table, then you need to find somebody else. Like, just because that's what you feel you bring to the table, what I feel you need to bring to the table as the consumer is more important, because I pay you. You don't pay you. So you have to get that out of your head and your ego. Like, I hate when people be like, they say what you bring to the table. You like, I am the table and the chairs. What does that mean? A lot of you say that, but what does that mean? You don't even know what the table and the chairs mean. You just like to say it. What does the table and the chairs mean? But a lot of you do that. Like, oh, I ain't about to go through all those hoops. If they want me to do this, then I'm not doing this. It's a different ball game. You have to be clear on who your competition is. And I know, you look in the mirror and you your only competition. That's cute. But people that do real business are very clear who their competition is. The Waldorf is very clear that Four Seasons is their competition. Okay. Mercedes is very clear that BMW is their competition. Pizza Hut is very clear that Domino's is their competition. McDonald's is very clear that Burger King is their competition. KFC is very clear that Popeyes is their competition. So be clear. People that do real business are very clear who our competition is. So I know you think it's cute that you look in the mirror and you your only competition and you the only thing that you see. Cute. That's cute. But now that we got that out of the way, you have to be clear on who the competition is so that you can know where you measure up. Like, where does it measure up, right? Like, you got to be clear. You got to have a reference point to be able to look at. And so a lot of you are having these high ass prices, but it's more than your competition, and your competition has more than what you have. Like, your little burger joint is not on McDonald's scale, right? That's indirect competition, but that's not direct competition. So you have to be clear. Can you compete with the lane that you're trying to go in? And if you can't, you have to develop another lane. If you can't, you have to develop another lane and build that person up so that they can come over there, right? So you trying to compete with Walmart and you a one store and this is a national chain, it ain't gonna work. You competing with the wrong one. It ain't gonna work out. Reposition the scope. So I think that a lot of you feel like you're worthy and deserving of these high ticket clients, but you're not. You just listening because somebody told you to raise your prices. You should get you a high ticket client. It don't work like that. And a lot of you are not crawling before you walk. I build my business based on the down sale. Like, yeah, it's 20,000. You don't got a cool, buy this for 500. Yeah, it's 10,000. You don't have a cool, get this for 1,000. So a lot of money, just like at the McDonald's, they build their money off the dollar menu, not the number 1s, 2s, 3s, and 10s, because everybody doesn't have that. but you could definitely get you some stuff off the dollar menu and still be a part of the team. So they're building their money on the down sale, not the upsell, right? Like not the upsell. So a lot of you don't have a down sale, and I talk about that a lot. A lot of you want high ticket, high ticket, high ticket. You got to work with so many people, so many different personalities, and it's just, and I'm not saying don't. Like, I'm not saying don't. Right. Not the Cardi B, right. We're not buying that, but we definitely buying the 6-piece nugget for $2 and a fry. Because my kids get it all the time. So a 6-piece nugget is $2 and a fry. And a slushie. Cool. But you have to be clear. A lot of you don't have a down sale. A lot of you just have an upsell. A lot of you have just, it's 500. That's the price. Well, I don't have 500. You got something for 100? Like, okay, yeah, let me get the 100, then work my way up to the 5. So I've built my business off of funneling. Like, I'm cool at whatever level you at. Start here. Let me work you up this funnel. But all businesses are like that. Like, all businesses are like that. Like, my first luxury thing I bought was this like $200 Louis Vuitton like wallet. This was like maybe like 8 years ago. Like, I couldn't afford a bag, but I wanted something. Like, I wanted something. So I bought this little Louis Vuitton little wallet. It was $200. I'm in their system, right? And I've seen it. I liked it. I made more money, and then I was able to work. They worked me up their upsell. Like, you might want a $90,000 car, but based on your credit and what it is, you can't get the $90,000 car. They don't even have enough $90,000 cars if everybody could afford it. However, they have a down sale. Like, okay, you want this $90,000 car, your credit is not right, you can't afford the payments. However, let's work our way up to that. So get this $40,000 car. Then in 2 years, we'll evaluate it. We'll look at your credit, and then you might be able to get the $90,000 car. But in 2 years, the $60,000 car gonna have all of the features that you want in a $90,000 car. So from 40, then we can go to 60, and from 60, what you get in here, it'll be able to do that. But let's get you some features that you want in a $90,000 car. Let's see if we get a couple of those in a 40,000. And then you can get it that way. So, yeah, no, I don't do courses on down sales. It's just a service that I have. So, no, that's a service. So I'm going to answer some questions real quick. I got 15 minutes. So let's see if we got some questions, but you could definitely book a 15-minute session with me. Just go to the link in my bio. If you're on Instagram, click to book a 15-minute session so we can see, if you're mutually beneficial and what I can help you with. But thank you guys for coming. So I'll answer a couple questions and see. No, I don't have a course on down sale. No, it's a custom product. So we could do a 2-hour session or a 4-hour session, or we could do a VIP day to build the entire down sale with it. But no, that wouldn't be a course. So my courses are not on the things that I sell as a service. Once I get tired of doing them as a service, and I package it up and I put it in as a course because it's valuable, but that's not something I want to teach anymore. But I want you to get the information. So I package it up and I put it in a course. Let's see if you guys have any questions. I know you put questions before in here, but this scroll is not working. You're welcome. If you go to worksmartprofitsmarter.com, you can book a 15-minute session with me, or you can just message me. I run my DMs on my personal page. Yeah, I have a link for my courses. If you go to KadenKAcademy.com, it'll be you can see all of the courses. But it's in a link in my bio. If you just click the link on worksmartprofitsmarter.com, it'll take you to the courses. Everything is in a link in the bio. So if you just go to the link in the bio, you'll be able to get the courses. Any more questions? Let's see the questions. If you don't feel comfortable having coaching clients, can you focus on small? Absolutely. You can. The question is, if you don't feel comfortable having coaching clients, can you focus on smaller service? Absolutely. I don't have coaching clients. Coaching is not what I do. I consult. I'm not a coach. I'm a consultant and a strategist, and so I'm gonna give you the plan and tell you what to do, but then I'm finished. I don't care if you don't do it. I don't care if you take my plan, rip it up, and burn it. It's my job to give you the plan. Whether you do what's in the plan, totally up to you. So I consult and strategize, but I'm not the coach that's checking in. Did you do it? You got any questions? Okay, what happened? Okay, let's read. That ain't me. So I don't coach. I consult. Absolutely. I have clients that are VAs. Absolutely. I work with those in professional services. So we're going to figure out how to make you some more money, but how to make more money based on what it is that you do, and then add other streams of income in the business model. All my products help all businesses. My products is for my target market. That's for anybody that wants to start, grow, and or scale a business. So all of my products are universal. But my services are strictly for those that work in professional services, that's looking to make more money, work less, and add different streams of income into their business. But all of my digital products are for all businesses. I make them very much so you can apply them to whatever business that you have. Any more questions? What's the average number of emails you have in your drop campaign? So I don't think that's a good question for me, because I'm going to overboard it, because I believe in building automation with human components. So you get an email from me every Thursday, every Tuesday, and every Saturday. And it's already built out. So I believe in having a 52 sequence. So I got 52 emails that have video testimonials and upselling you to a 15-minute. I have a 52 set to give you a tip and trick to upsell you to book a 15-minute session, and then I have one that showcases our products. So I'm over anal. So we probably got like 300 emails per series. So that's about 2.5, 3 years of emails. And so every time, like if you give me a testimonial right now, like I talked about, I already got 200 of them scheduled. And my emails are not a January 5th at 5 o'clock. It's if you come on my email list today, you're going to get the same email that the same person got when they joined January 1st. So my drips are different. It's not day based, it's situational based. So for us, I don't want to have to worry about nurturing you. Like, I don't want to worry about, like, okay, now I got you on an email list. Like, how can I keep you on an email list? Oh shit, I didn't write an email today. Oh dang. And I don't want people to feel like every time I email them, I'm selling something. Like, we're not a product-based business. So I'm not selling shirts, shoes, clothes, and hats, so that's different. We're selling intellectual property in transformation. That's not tangible. Like, it's not tangible. So for me, I'm into showcasing value and showcasing my intellectual property, because I'm not selling you a shirt, a bag, or a product. So for me, my flow on it is different versus somebody that has a product-based business. You hit because you want to buy the product. So buy this shirt, buy this mug, right? But for service-based businesses and those that are in professional services, our flow is different than most people. But I don't want to have to worry about making sure that I emailed you this week. Because, I'm selling something on Friday. I ain't sent them no email in 2 months. Dang, I'm going to send them an email. And when I send it, it's a sale. Everybody's going to unsubscribe. People going to be like, dang, like, I ain't even put myself on this email list because it's just been so long. So my flow and somebody else's flow is different. So I think that's a question for somebody else, not for me. Since I build this and I do this for a living, my thing is a little bit different than somebody that, is just a coach and, they kind of keep up with their emails. We build entire infrastructures. I build whole departments. So if you say I want to start my coaching business, I'm building everything in the coaching business, from the funnels to the emails to the sales page to the client interaction to the actual pricing sheet because once a client says hello and you've done all this work to get a client to say hello, the back end is already done already. I don't want you to have to worry about maintaining the client. It's a system that can do that. But what you need to focus on is marketing and promoting and get these people to come. Once they come, it's my job to make sure that everything is in alignment so they can stay, or they'll unsubscribe. They might be like, you know what? I don't want to be here no more. I want to unsubscribe. That's cool too. But they're not unsubscribing because we're not giving value. They're not unsubscribing because every time we email them, we ask them for some money. Like, they're unsubscribing because maybe based on a season in their life, that ain't where they're trying to go, or maybe they don't want to do this business anymore, or whatever the case might be. But they're not unsubscribing because every time they get an email from us, we sell it and we're not showcasing value. So I think that's a question for somebody else, because I do this for a living. You're welcome. You're welcome. Can we work with you if we are just starting out and do not have clients? Absolutely. I believe in being proactive and reactive. So you can definitely work with me on a proactive point. But my price is my price. So that's why I work with clients who are established, that already make money already. Because just because you knew, my price is still the same. My process is still the same. So that's why I like to work with business owners that are established. Like, we already make money already, but we're tired, burnt out, overworked, and stressed out, and we want to make money differently, but we still want to make this money. So maybe you was a single mom when you start. Oh no, maybe it was just you and your dog when you started your business. 3 years later, is you, your dog, you married, and you got 2 kids. So what you could do before, when it was you and your dog, totally different than what you can do right now that you have a family. So your needs is different, but you still want to be able to make this money, but you don't want to hustle, you don't want to bustle, you don't want to work all times of the day. You're trying to think of things differently now, in a different way to position yourself to make this money. But you've already done the work already, you're just trying to reposition it differently. So my ideal client is different. Like, life has happened, or we just want our time back. We feel like we've been hustling for forever, and now we want to be business owners and not hustlers. And so it's kind of different. So whether you just start now or you've been in business for whatever, my price is my price. So that's why I don't like to work with small businesses, because you don't see the value in it. Like, damn, I paid her all this money. You absolutely did. And it's going to take months for you to see a return, because you haven't built up the like, know, and trust. You don't have a reputation yet. But I do work with a lot of new businesses. Like, I'd rather be proactive than reactive. I know that's eventually where I want to go. I want to set this up. I want to have this ready. I'm about to go really hard with my marketing and put myself out there. So they see the investment. But remember, I'm not into begging you to work with me. I'm showcasing value. So it's totally different, which is why I like, my ideal client is already established already. Because we already know. I don't have to walk through the park and try to get you to try to get me to go down on my price because you just starting out. So it's totally, what I'm saying? Like, it's a different thing. But I do work with new entrepreneurs. I just don't market to them, because I want to have the same spiel I just had with you. But absolutely. You're welcome. How do you get testimonies from clients who aren't comfortable with sharing personal information? Marriage counseling, they give us referrals, but not comfortable with publicly posting they had issues. Right. And so to get around that, right, I would write really good case studies, right? Because when they give you a testimonial, they're going to say, like, I work with Bianca and she really helped me through, a tough time in my life. Like, I would definitely recommend, you working with her. They're not going to say, oh, my marriage was messed up, my husband cheated on me with foul women, had 4 kids, and she helped me through that. Like, they're not going to say that. But it's your job now to take that and write a testimonial. Like, hey, if you're struggling through a tough time, like infidelity, my first thing that I tell my clients is do blah, blah, blah. And with this particular client, I was able to do blah, 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 blah. Also, your content might be different. You might not have like the receipts, but your video content or your blogs might be different. 5 things you need to do after, infidelity. One thing that I would say is to do blah, 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 blah. And I had a client, that did blah, 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 and I helped them with that. I can help you with that too. Number 2 would be this blah, blah, blah. So you're going to have to put more effort into number 1, how you show up, versus 2, how the client shows up. Because that is personal and confidential information. So you have to be really good at the number 1, with showcasing your value and your tips and your techniques and how you operate, because you're not going to have a lot of the tools. But if you start to coach instead of do therapy and start to coach, that's totally different, because therapy is confidential. Coaching is a totally different ball game. And coaching is usually they pay out of pocket. With therapy, right, you might take insurance or something like that. So when you start to add that coaching division to it, it's a little bit different, because you're coaching on a particular topic, not on their personal issues. It's like on a particular topic, like how to move from, loneliness to happiness, the 5 steps to be able to do it. Maybe you do a 21-day challenge on how to do it. They're just commenting on the challenge, not their business. It's just the challenge. Like, oh my God, I joined Bianca Challenge. It was so good. Like, one of the things that I learned is, I come first, and that's something that I struggle with. And so I would highly recommend it if you join this challenge. So if you take from therapy and transition them into coaching, you'll be able to build your receipts differently, because you're not coaching them through their personal things. It's kind of a particular topic. So I hope that helps. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yes, that was Tiffany. Tiffany is my client. She's very proactive. Okay, we didn't build everything. Okay, before it came. So yes, absolutely. But you can message me. So I do Sunday sessions. I also do like 4-hour planning, strategic planning. And our value proposition is I can build what I tell you. So I could do the plan, and then our value proposition is we can build what's in the plan. Right. So I feel like I'm an architect where I can draw the house for you and put all the stuff that you need in the sketch. But then our value proposition is we have a construction company that can build you exactly what I put inside of this sketch. I could build it in true form. So remember, you got to be clear on what's your value proposition. What are your core competencies? But we can do like our 4-hour half-day strategic planning session where like I'll map all of that out for you. Like you don't have to figure it out. You just gotta come, you just gotta talk, and then me and my team will plan it out for you. But just know it's just a plan. You gotta implement what's in the plan. So just because you pay me all this money to do a plan, it's just a plan until you implement what's in the plan. That's why my clientele is different because we pay for plans. Like for me, I don't need you to do it for me. I just need you to tell me what to do. So this my problem. Help me. Okay, you helped me good. Okay, now I know how I could put this stuff into play. So for me, it's totally different than it is for, you know what I'm saying, like for other people. So you just have to be clear on who the client, what you're selling, and why you selling it for that. You're welcome. Make sure you guys send me a message. Even if you was just in a training, just send me a message like, hey, I came to your training and I learned blah, blah, blah. Just send me a DM. I would love to know how this training has helped you. And where to go. Off topic, are you doing any in-person trainings this year? Yes. Our in-person training schedule actually starts Q2. So I got like Atlanta, I got the DMV, I got Miami, I got Tampa, I got Houston, I got Dallas. You're all yes. The favorite Leo, that's Jessica. Every time I'm in Houston, she always comes. So I appreciate that. Yeah, so yeah. And so we're doing a plan. So, and for all my, it's the processes that lead to profit. So we're building infant structures. And in my trainings, I'm just not talking at you like you're building your laptop and we're building it together. But make sure you send me a message. And yeah. Oh yeah, I'm doing sessions this weekend. So definitely, if you want to talk and work on this Sunday, message me. If you busy this Sunday and you like, I want to do it, but I can't do it this Sunday, you can just give my dates for my next Sunday. Then I'm opening up. But if you're watching, like, make sure you guys share this out. I would really appreciate it. I know we're here. We had 80 people in here. Now we had 30. Like, just share it out. If you could share it out and tell other people to watch this, I would just so greatly appreciate it. And I'm about to put it on my timeline. So if you could just comment on my timeline when I put the repost, like just comment on it, I would appreciate it. It would really help my business. So yeah. But if you do have any more questions, let me know. I know I went over. We'll be back here next Thursday. Okay, I'm thinking about just doing my Thursday series just forever. So what you think? I know I was just doing it for this month, but if I put it in my schedule to come here every Thursday from 12 to 1 from now to the end of the year, don't have me on here by myself. If I decide to do my live series back, are your services for established entrepreneurs? It is mostly for established entrepreneurs, but I do work with new entrepreneurs too. So yes, it could be established or new entrepreneurs too. Don't have me on here on Thursday by myself, and you got me up here, and it's only one person on here. Because I mean, I don't mind doing it for the one, but I'm just saying. Okay, so if you watch this series, you like this series, just message me. Send me a direct message and say like, "Hey Bianca, I came to the series. I really like it. Like, I really, really appreciate that. Like, because I want to know, if you like the series." So we'll be back here next Thursday. Next Thursday we'll be here, and it seems like we're gonna be here for every Thursday to come. So I appreciate you guys for coming. If you do have additional questions, you can email me at business@kateandkateconsulting.com. But I'm really good about checking my DMs. So whatever social media platform you're on and you're watching this, just send me a message. You don't have to go through the hassle of emailing and all of that stuff. I know some people are like that. Like, hey, I only do business if you email me. I feel like you should make it easy for the people that's trying to give you some money. So if you see me on Instagram, you see me on Facebook, just send me a message. I answer my DM. So if you do have questions, comments, and concerns, I'm definitely